And we're live. Hello. Hello, everybody. We got Chevy was in the chat early and Zen Ginger was there. I appreciate you guys being here early.
They are awesome people, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Always supporting everybody. Perfect timing, Zen. You got back right when you needed to.
Good. Did she get those links we asked her to get?
I'm sure she'll manage.
Oh my gosh, and I just dropped my pop-up chat. There we go. Bam. I can't believe I deleted that somehow at the last minute. There we go. And you're right, Brian. It went back to top chat.
Yeah, I hate that it does that. So sometimes I forget, and it's like, oh no.
Well, I'm back on the ball.
Good. I'm glad you're all set. Now, you posted a little sneak peek on Facebook, I believe, what you're doing today, right?
I did. And it is going to have the hat.
Oh,
the boy hat. Oh, and can the people out there tell, am I echoing?
Oh, yes, then, do we have an echo? Also, hello, Jessica Taylor. Glad to have you here.
Like, do I sound like the Wicked Witch of the West? Because somehow, when I had the hat cam and this one on, it made it sound like I was a scary woman.
I wonder if it was like weird interference between the two mics or something. So, yes, if everyone could let us know if Ed sounds like the Wicked Witch of the West, that would be great.
As I'm putting this on, guys, it takes me a second. There we go.
Hey, Peter, how's it going?
Can y'all hear me now?
I can still hear you. Can you guys still hear him?
And let's see what I'm seeing. Oh, I think I just lost my pop chat. I think that's how. And look. That's how I'm losing my pop-out chat.
Ah, okay. Oh, he's on the hat cam. How's he sound? Everybody sound good? Okay, Jessica says no echo.
All right, Jessica, you're awesome. So, I am going to be jazzing these up.
Okay.
It's from this cool game. And do you want to pronounce it?
I'm assuming it's either Tsuro or, yeah. Tsuro? That's how I would say it.
Toshiro of the Seas. Well, these little boats or jumps are what you get to use as play pieces, and I just think they're really boring. So
yeah, standard variation of color, no detail.
Yeah, and I mean, look, they're really. I mean, look at this. This blue, black, and green.
Middle one looks like army olive green.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. So, what I've done is, I normally when I paint something, I use a black base or a white base or a gray base, and then I just add all the colors. Well, I wanted these to have their original color, so I gave it a clear coat.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the clear coat's a little tacky because I'm like at 95% humidity today. I painted this, sprayed them 2 hours ago. You know what? I'm just going to paint over the tackiness because I don't care.
It shouldn't matter, I don't think.
Well, the show must go on.
Bob Ross is rolling over his grave right now.
I don't know.
It's a happy little accident.
Yep.
Hello, Bob. Hello, Dan. And hello, Maizu. How's it going?
Hey, guys.
All here.
So, yep, that's what I've got on the agenda.
Cool. Now
I've got all my paints.
Acrylic paint?
No. These are all water-based, so they're all...
Okay.
Let's see. No, they are acrylic. Never mind.
I recognize the app, but my mom used to use the acrylic paints for stenciling.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking more about painting. I don't know what... Oh, and I've got some glow-in-the-darks, too.
Oh, that'll be kind of cool.
Yeah. So, like, I was thinking maybe I just put some glow-in-the-dark paint on this white one, and it could be the ghost ship.
That would be pretty cool. Be like the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with the ghost ship.
You're gonna
And
go straight green, or are you gonna do different colors?
I'm gonna give it a little bit of where was that asphalt that I saw in the last time? Okay, we'll do just a touch of black. And that was a lot more black than I wanted. And a whole bunch of white. Or water.
Okay.
And what this is called is inking. Because basically all I want to do is get the water. Oh, yeah. I just want to get the water into the cracks.
Okay.
So can you guys see this pretty good?
I think they got a good view, yeah.
I can down just a hair.
There we go.
So okay, so you're seeing it just get kind of toasted up, and then I'm going to come in, and it's just a little bit of black here and there, like in the little spots.
Okay.
And I think
cool.
this tackiness is going to be still pretty rough on me. So I'm just going to dose the whole thing and then wipe it off.
Okay.
And what I do is I glue my miniatures to the ends of old markers I used to use at work. And
yeah, I was gonna say you got some cool stands there, and then I realized they were just old markers.
yeah,
I was like, "What did he make for those?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's a marker."
let's see if they work. I don't even know. Oh, they still work. Could be 5 years old. That's pretty good.
You just gave people an idea for Etsy. They can make custom marker tops now.
Yeah. What's a sop?
I know you said you guys got super humid weather down there. We're just getting heat. It's been 90 plus for a week now.
Yeah.
I hoped after that hurricane or tropical storm came through, things would have gotten better, but I think it just brought all that warm tropical heat with it.
Yeah.
It hasn't been super humid. It's just been hot. Hey, Pugs Tanks, how's it going? I'm doing all right.
Hey, Pugs. So, what's on the agenda for today's conversation?
I think we're just gonna do our usual wing it. I have two things to talk about. One game and then an unboxing thing. I'm giving people a little sneak peek of an unboxing.
Nice.
I got to sigh of relief the other day. I assisted Blake in getting a package from the co-op. He asked me if I would, be like an intermediary for him and ship a package down.
So they sent from Washington to Connecticut
And yeah, then he ordered it and had it sent to my place, and then I repackaged everything because sometimes if you have branding on a package, the Postal Service won't take it. Plus, since it was going through Australian and American customs, I didn't want Aquarium Co-op tape on it.
Yep.
So I repackaged it all in just a regular USPS priority mail box, and it took about a month to get there. And the shipping was astronomical. But he covered all the shipping charges. I received the package and repackaged. That's all I had to do. But he had a mug in it, and I was so worried that the mug was going to get bashed up in its travels across the sea.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that.
I was able to sandwich it. He bought a towel and a couple shirts, so I kind of sandwiched it between those. Everything got there good, so I was happy. Didn't take the route I thought it would. I thought it would go from me over to California and then from California to Australia. It ended up going from me to Massachusetts to New York to China, then to Australia.
Well, that's bizarre.
I was like, that's an odd route to take. But our regional distribution everything must go up to Massachusetts and then get shipped out from there.
They must have a stronghold on it.
Yeah. Well, as I said, our postal service is weird. Like, even stuff that gets mailed within Connecticut has to go to New York first. Then it goes from New York back to Connecticut. Because they shut so many Connecticut post offices. I think they closed the regional facility here a couple years back, so everything goes to New York.
Now, Hartford's there, isn't it?
Yes, that's our state capital.
Oh, I didn't know that. You guys used to have the Hartford Whalers.
We did. Now we have the Hartford Yard Goats.
Oh, that's pathetic. I'm hoping that maybe someday you'll get the Whalers back.
You know, I honestly hoped that at one point when New York had 3 baseball teams, we would have just bought one. They don't need 3.
I think they had 4.
Oh, I only knew about the Giants, the Mets, and the Yankees. Who else did they have?
Dodgers also.
Oh, okay.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. And yes, Peter, it was a great video that Blake put out. I love how he edits the clothes and stuff on them. It's pretty cool.
He puts clothes on the fish?
Well, no, like when he gets new apparel in, he like throws it on himself and then he edits it so it looks like it popped on his wearing it. Did the same thing with a hat. He flipped it up in the air and had it pop on. Zen says it's 95 degrees at 3 p.m. where she is down in Texas.
Hey, Zen, if you see my nieces, say hi from me. They're in San Antonio right now.
Oh.
My niece-in-law, I guess she's sick.
Uh-oh.
But not with the COVID, just she's sick. And they didn't want her taking care of the baby or being around the baby 100% of the time or whatever. So they asked my 2 youngest nieces that are 16 and 12, maybe 16 and 11, to come up and take care of the baby. And so they were super excited, and they got
that's cool.
air flight. My nephew, he's bought them tickets and everything.
Ed, we got a celebrity in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Lisa's here.
Well, hey, Lisa, how are you doing?
I'm glad to have
Darn
you,
it.
Lisa.
I wish I would have worn my Bubbles shirt.
I still got to get me one of those.
Oh my gosh, it's super cool. I would have bought one if Bob didn't give it to me first.
Oh, that was nice of Bob.
That was super cool of Bob.
Oh, and Jessica Taylor's saying it's 101 at Dallas.
Yeah.
I will never live in Texas. I'll never go more south than Connecticut. I can't do the heat. Now, I noticed you used some white. And what was the other color you picked up for your family?
It's the 2 glow-in-the-darks.
Oh, okay.
Let me put that in there. But yeah, I took the green glow-in-the-dark and the white glow-in-the-dark, and then I mixed them together.
Okay.
Because I just didn't want it to look super green.
Right.
But when it dries a little bit, I'm going to come and just put a little touch of the hard green on there. Okay. Just to make it glow just a little bit more.
Seafoam green color there going on.
Yeah. So that's going to be the ghost boat. I think the kids will enjoy that one. Sure.
Yeah, that'll be really cool.
But honestly, I have no idea. I'm thinking the red boat. Maybe I'll do that next. And who's calling me? Tennessee, valid number. I don't care. I'm not going to answer it. I'm sitting on my cable. Okay.
Oh.
It was like pulling my head back.
We got people in the chat saying they hate humidity. Yeah, I hate humidity too. I can't stand it. We were talking about that before we started. I'm like, I hate when it's so humid out and you walk outside and it's like you just walked into a waterfall of water. Awesome.
Okay, so this is the red boat.
All right, we got the red boat up.
I'm sorry.
The red.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make the bottom of the boat lighter,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to try to paint a yellow look going down,
Okay.
so it kind of looks like it has a flaming sail.
That sounds kind of cool.
We'll try it. Let's see, what's a good brush?
I got Lisa. Lisa's got poison ivy. I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa.
Oh
I
no!
if I even touched a little bit, or my cats brought it in from outside, I looked terrible, like I had a disease or something. But I'm like slowly over the years, I must gotten over it because they say your body changes every 7 years or something. Of course, that could just be an old wives' tale.
I think poison ivy. I thought it gets worse with age.
I
It's like
thought
everybody has a tolerance.
could also be that I'm so doped up on antihistamines that it just doesn't bother me anymore. My allergies are so bad that I have to take Claritin, I take Allegra, I take Xyzal, and I take Benadryl all at the same time.
All right, you guys, can you see the boat?
Yeah, they can still see the boat.
Okay. Just adding this little touch of lighter red, it's really made it pop some. Now it doesn't just look like it's pure, I don't know, licorice color.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad.
Okay.
Ooh, that's. I was gonna say that they give you some steroids or something, Lisa. Never good.
Well,
Comes back full force.
Brian, you need to get your degree, and then I live literally next to a university here or college.
You know, I was
And
actually just finished my degree.
oh, you're done, so you can become a professor somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my final grade to come in for one class, and then I'm all set to go, and I'm officially done.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I was doing a little Google search for political science jobs as a professor, and there was a school down in Chattanooga, Tennessee that came up.
What was it called?
Do I still have it pulled up here? I might have closed it before the stream.
Check out Bryant College. That is literally like I can. Oh, it's raining outside. I can literally throw rocks onto the campus.
Well, that's kind of good if it's raining. That means the humidity should break, right?
Yeah, that just adds to it. Rain is literally 100% humidity.
Yeah, it's usually good. When it happens, it's a good sign that you're going to start breaking the heat.
Yeah, the heat might break. That would be good.
Oh, yes, for those who don't know, I was going to school for a master's in political science. I have a bachelor's in it. I wanted to get a master's in it because I do online at Southern New Hampshire, and they were doing away with the political science master in favor of a master's in business with a focus in or public administration, because they're constantly changing their stuff, and their marketing and business analytics and whatnot showed that is the more job-friendly degree. But I looked at the courses and I was like, no, that's not for me. So I actually started it while I was finishing the bachelor's. So I've just now finished the master's in it.
Well, that is awesome. And there's a house for sale. Actually, there's two houses for sale in my neighborhood. One is and lots of professors live here because it's so close to the campus.
Mm.
One is the local botanist retired.
Okay.
And he has a pond in his front yard with a lot of lily pads and things.
Mm-hmm.
And I've thought about going over there and seeing what's in his pond. But I haven't. He doesn't live there anymore. He's already moved away.
Wow.
But, yeah, you could buy that house and be like
I
a
need
little
money
pond.
first.
And then the guy across the street, he died like 2 months ago, and his house is going to be going up for sale.
Well, I don't know. It might be a little too hot down there for me.
Oh, we have AC.
How's the deer hunting down there?
There, I can show you photos of the deer that walk through my yard.
That's perfect.
We also have turkey that walks through the yard.
Even better. As long as I can hunt and fish, I'm all set.
I mean, I could. Here, I'll walk out to my. Since I got the hat on, I'll walk out to the back. Oh, what did I unplug?
Yeah, you unplugged, I think. Yep, AC fixes everything, Lisa. So yes, the Muppet, and I love it. Ed, can you still hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. We have
Can
no
you hear
video.
me?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
what
We don't have
happened?
video feed.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
For some reason, it just auto unhooks me too. So let's go and I'll look out the backyard and maybe we'll even see a deer. That'd be pretty cool.
Just don't unplug yourself again.
Yes. And I've got 2 cables to walk around with. Okay. See, look, it's like all woods. Can you see out there?
Yeah, it is a nice pool.
Yep, that's my pool.
But yeah, that's a nice looking bed. Looks like my backyard, all nice and wooded.
Yep. And that house over there is a fireman that lives over there.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
And then on the other side is the police officer. So I live between 2 safe guys.
Yeah, you're nice and secure over there.
But I mean, the deer like come up and down all the time on the side yard.
Okay.
It would have been cool for them to be out there. I got a salt lick out there.
Yeah, ours like to pilfer the bird feeder. They stick their tongue in the little holes on the bird feeder and just eat the seed.
Oh man, you need to get an electric bird feeder.
Well,
That's
we
terrible.
don't like to feed them in the summertime because there's so much food for them to eat. And when it gets colder out and there's snow, we'll get like ground oats and corn and stuff to feed them.
That's cool.
Benny's pygmy cories have bred or spawned.
That is awesome.
He is awesome, Benny. I have not been able to get cories to breed yet. Not that I've actually tried. I'm still working on just make sure my guppies will breed.
I haven't had it in decades.
Yeah, cories are always been one of my favorite fish. I love catfish, and they're just like there's little tiny catfish. They're great.
They are, and they're so cute. I love how they swim in groups. I love watching them go up and down, up and down.
I have some they'll like people are like, oh, they're bottom dwellers. Mine swim up to the top for food. When it's feeding time, they're up at the top with the rest of the fish.
Wow.
And then like I'll have one, he'll come up and he'll like lay on his back and get food. It's the weirdest thing ever.
I have one that likes beard algae.
Yeah, mine don't really. I've never seen them actually touch the algae before.
It's just one. He used to like sit right on the. I had a sword that had like beard algae growing on it.
Mm-hmm.
He would just sit on top of the sword and just munch. It was cool.
I will see you later, Lisa. Be safe at Walmart. Don't get run over.
Yeah, it was great seeing you, Lisa.
Glad you stopped by. Okay. Benny said he was feeding live food and he walked in and saw him. I've heard that if you feed live food, you'll get your fish to spawn more.
I wonder what my dad used to feed the fish way back in the 70s.
Yeah, did they have live foods back then?
Well, I imagine they had. They would have had brine shrimp. They've had sea monkeys forever.
True. I mean, some people go to like the tackle store and buy mealy worms and night crawlers and feed them to their fish.
But I'm sure my dad didn't feed him live stuff.
Yeah.
I just wish I knew what he was feeding them because it'd be interesting.
Hey, Anthony. Glad to have you here. Work away, no problem.
Hey, Anthony.
Ed's doing some painting of some boats for a board game, and we're just hanging out and chatting. So I did buy
So,
masks for going back to work.
oh, that's nice. Are they cool looking?
Well, because it's me, they're Pokemon. Now, if I can get the darn thing open here, I got one with my Lapras on it. And then I have one that's it's all the
Can
original.
you do that again? I didn't see that.
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
I got that one, and then I got one that's it's the original Pokemon, so Bulbasaur, Pikachu, Squirtle, and Charmander, and they're doing the Beatles poster when they did the Abbey Roads album cover, walking across the crossroads. Those are the two I have. I'm hoping it's enough. So I'm also hoping I can find another job. Don't have to wear a mask every day.
And how's that work? If you're working at a school, do you have like to do a contract to finish so much of a?
Well, I get hired by the school, but it's through the district, and I only get paid if I work. So it's kind of I don't really have a contract. I just show up and work. If I call out sick, I don't get paid. I don't sign it. I just sign something saying I'll report back to work, but I'm not like I don't have to work a certain amount of days. So if I get a job between now and when we're supposed to start, I could technically tell her I got a better job offer. But if I get something, well, I'm going to be looking now. If I get a job, I will give her a 2-week notice and just be like, I'm working 2 weeks. Hopefully you can find somebody.
Yep.
We already lost 2 teachers that don't want to come to work. We lost a social worker. And we had 3 building subs. We lost 1. We're down to 2.
Is the social worker going to become a new cop or something?
From what we've heard, she got a better offer somewhere else.
Major cities are going to need a lot of social workers to replace all the cops.
Well, yes, they are.
Yes, sir.
There was something I wanted to talk about. Now I forgot what it was. What was that?
Well, this kind of looks like junk. Well, it is a junk.
Not bad. It's still got more coloration than it did before. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Ooh, this glow-in-the-dark one's looking neat as it's dried up.
Yeah. Ed is painting some model ships for a board game called Tesoro. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, or I don't know.
Yes,
Tesoro of the Sea.
Yep,
Tesoro of the Sea. Very good. Okay, let's do the green one because it's probably the next up list. Oh, one of these greens aren't. You know what? I'm going to save the brightest for the last.
Okay. Oh, well, thank you, Zen, for those suggestions. Since you mentioned it, it is August, which means it is, Project Anavantoid time.
What does that mean? Oh.
That means that for the whole month of August, you can post your pictures of your bettas, your guppies, and your paradise fish on the Facebook page that we have, which I'm sure Zen will be linking here any moment. And we also have the contest aspect of it. So same thing we did for Project Facilia. So we're doing best picture, best video, best art piece as the 3 main categories. This time we ask you to submit them to the email account so everything's in one place and makes it a little easier. And that's just projectanavantoid@gmail.com. We've got a bunch of entries coming in. We've got art submissions. We got videos. We got pictures coming in, so I'm super happy about that. And then, of course, we have Best in Show, which is the judges, just come together and come up with a consensus of who wins overall Best in Show. And then, of course, the River Life Award. So Rack will pick one that he thinks is the best one out of the lot or inspires him the most. And that's running the whole month of August. So get your stuff in before midnight on the 31st, because anything that's submitted after that, we can't count.
So what's an anabantoid? Is that all long-breathing fish?
You really put me on the spot here, Ed. No, we're doing anabantoid is a sub-order, so it's in between. If you do taxonomy, it's order or family. It's in between order and family. And it's actually anabantoid day, but to make it's already a Latin word that spelling is atrocious on anyway, so we just shortened it. And it's that specific suborder is just paradise fish, gouramis, and bettas. But yes, they are part of the family that has the lung organ in them. So
that's awesome.
Us for limiting it. Get mad at the scientific community.
Do wild bettas count?
We're going to say all bettas count so that people can post all bettas.
I'm trying to think of something else clever to ask.
But yeah, we had people like asking if this fish was included or that fish, and we were like, no, it's this specific 3 fishes right here. But there's plenty of different types of gouramis and bettas out there that you should be able. Most people I think have owned a betta at some point.
I got a betta just last week.
Did you now?
Yep.
Where?
But I don't have it.
Where, pray tell, did you get it?
From Manes, Furs, Fins, and Tails.
Okay.
And she's located in Mississippi. She has a wonderful website, which is Manes, Fins, and Tails, I think.
We'll drop that for us.
She will be on the Fish Room Fever show tomorrow, being interviewed by James, the Fish Room Fever.
Well, that's cool. That's a part of his member spotlight thing, right?
Yes, and I think that's a really cool thing that he's doing. Because, a lot of people come up with different goofy things for members, and it kind of alienates the people that are supporters. They may just not have the budget to do it.
Right.
And this way, it's kind of like a little commercial, you know, for you. And I think it was brilliant of James to do, and everybody gets to watch and comment. It's not just because I remember the very first time ever I was in. Well, I don't want to say anybody's name because I don't want to make anybody upset. But I was in one of the big name guys, and they had memberships, and it was only members chat.
Okay.
And I didn't even know what a member was. And I thought it was so incredibly rude. I unsubbed.
Yeah, see, I don't mind if a YouTuber wants to do a members only stream, but in my opinion, it should be only members can see that you're streaming. It shouldn't be a public live stream with members only chat. To me, that's just, it's like, oh, well, now you're kind of, if you want to participate, you're forced to pay whatever the membership fee is.
Yeah.
It's almost like a cry to get more members to force people to get it so they have to chat. There's been a couple people I've also unsubbed to for that.
Well, and I really like how James has come up with an idea to try to support his members by doing the show.
Yeah, he's all about giving back, and it's just a way for him to showcase the people that are supporting him.
Yep.
And introduce people to them that might not know who they are.
And it's great content for him, too.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like easy little content for him.
So just win, win, win.
All right, what color we got here, Ed? What kind of green we got?
I think it looks like a evergreen green. Let's see what it is. Hunter green.
Okay. That's a nice.
Okay. So look at this so far. Boy, I really should have had a brighter light. Let's see if I can get my telephone to give us a brighter light.
Thanks, Zen, for doing the links. It's nice and you don't have to compete with somebody, huh, Zen?
Zen's awesome. Oh, pushed the wrong thing. Okay.
Zen gets mad at me sometimes because I post links faster than she does. But again, it helps because I have everything on a nice little Word document I can just copy and paste from. She usually beats me with here's a video name, go link it for me thing, though.
Don't give away your secrets.
I've said it before.
This is the worst paintbrush. Look at this paintbrush.
I was going to say that. What happened there?
I don't know, but
job done.
I'm actually liking.
I might get into all the looking curdies better.
It looks a lot better than the pea green it was.
Yeah, it does. Well, I'm sure, Zen, once you get a computer, you'll do much better.
Oh my gosh, Zen's doing it with a...
She does it off from her phone.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know how she's so fast sometimes. It's like she's got a sixth sense on what people are going to ask for.
I think I was modding... Oh, I think it was Chevy Fish helping me. But I was modding for someone, and I had to be on my telephone because I was away from my computer, and I had no clue how to post the... Oh, well, maybe it was Zen. Maybe it was Zen and Chevy. Because I remember telling whoever it was they need to make Zen and Chevy Fish mods because they were basically just sending me the links and I was posting them.
Yeah,
I didn't know how to do it.
Sometimes before I was wrenched up in a few streams, I was doing that for Zen. So because I knew she was on her phone, I didn't want her to have to go search for stuff, so I'd pull it up for her. Anthony,
Okay, well.
Anthony brought up. He's gonna enter his glow beta into the categories. Now, I had a little issue with my sorority has imploded on itself. I'm down to one fish. Out of
So
8 I had. They all got like the same dropsy-ish symptoms. But I tested the water. I treated it with antibiotics and antiparasitics. The water seems fine. The other fish are fine. So the only thing I can think of is that all the girls that were in the tank came from the same breeder and the same litter of fish. Are they still litters if they're fish?
Yeah, we're school.
So they all came from the same mother and father breeding pair. And when I was looking at like dropsy and whatnot, one of the things mentioned like a liver defect or something. So I'm almost wondering, since they all came from the same set time they were all bred, if they didn't have like some kind of genetic liver problem, because they all got the exact same symptoms and died the same way.
Did they cost a lot of money?
I don't think so. I think I paid. The cheapest one was 10, and I think I got a group of 4. The seller I bought them for was doing a group of 4 for like 35, so it wasn't that bad. And I mean, at least I still have the Emerald Eye Rasboras, the Black Neons, and the Pleco in the tank, so it's not like the tank's just sitting with one fish in it. But I did, going back to the Glow Beta thing, I did think about, because I know they have a sorority, I'm using air quotes, a sorority kit that they sell, which I think has 6 betas in it. And I don't mind glowfish. I don't think that it's a bad thing to own them. In fact, I think they're a good way to get people into the hobby because they see a cool fish, like, oh, I want to keep those. My first fish when I got back in were the glow tetras, so, you know, or the glowfish tetras. I thought about doing that, but I think I'm just going to let the tank sit for a while and not touch it.
Well,
One girl left is getting lethargic and stuff, so I think she's going to be going soon too.
one of my friends that I respect a lot has glowfish, and I figure if it's good enough for him, I'll say it's good enough for me. So
If we're thinking,
I'm not going to argue
if we're thinking
that
the same
glowfish.
person, did that person's glowfish not breed too?
Oh, I was talking about Bob has the
That's what I was talking
glowfish. Oh, I thought it ended up being that he thought his glowfish was a boy.
Oh, I thought that last I heard, I haven't talked about it in a while about it, but last I thought they were breeding. But that's me. Zen is also pro glow, as she says in the chat.
Yep, and Zen I respect a lot too.
If you actually look into how they do it, the fish aren't injected with anything anymore. Anyway, they just they specifically breed, like we line breed guppies for specific genes. They're basically doing the same thing with the glowfish. They're breeding a specific fluorescent gene so the fish come out more colorful.
This boat looks like it's jade. It is so cool.
Then you do have a video. If you wish to post the link to your glowfish betta fish or glowfish video, go right ahead. It's a great video. Y'all should check it out. Let me pull up. You're on full screen here, so that does look cool, Ed.
I mean, it really looks jade.
Let me jade green color.
It's a base. Wait, I'm taking a photo of it. I wanted to put the camera on it.
Oh, then you got
the light on it.
Post that video. Yeah, it does look cool.
And it'll glow in the dark also.
Okay, so you use a little glow in the dark paint on that one too?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just basically making these things not one solid color, I think, is enhancing them quite a bit.
I think we got a Monopoly or something recently, like one of the newer ones. They're not even making those pieces metal anymore. They're coming plastic.
Unbelievable.
Like I think it was Monopoly. We got a new version of Monopoly. I opened it up and I'm like, what happened to my metal pieces? Giving me these cheap plastic things now.
Yeah, that's not good. That stinks. Arr.
Oh, Mary, we were talking about the actual glow fish, not like glow tetras or something, like the actual fluorescent red glowfish. So you're on track there. Also, Pugs Tank says glow neon shrimp. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. They'd probably sell them for too much money, given how much they jack the price up on a regular glowfish. I don't know about down there, but our PetSmart sells one singular glow tetra up here for $8.
Crazy.
Compared to you can go to the Serpent Tank and get them for like, I think it's either $2.59 or $3.59 a fish. They literally double it or more than that. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so
it's like with the glow bettas. I looked at the prices of those and I'm like, I would rather pay $20 for a more colorful fish than for a singular yellow looking male. So we got a little black and gray action going on.
Yeah, the gray that I added to the gray boat is the exact same color. So I want to start off with a light dusting of dark.
Okay.
And then I'll go in with a much lighter, so that'll be 3 tones.
All right. Then says usually they're buy 3 get 1 free. I have never seen that sale up here. Then we don't usually do buy 1 get 1 sales at our PetSmarts up here. We typically do. They just do a percentage off if you're a PetSmart Club member. So like if that sale's on, the neon tetras are like $1 a piece, and it's great. Versus $2. I've never seen a buy 3 get 1 sale before.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I'm assuming sales and stuff are regional.
You know what? I think it's PetSmart that has the deal, the buying.
I know they'll price match at PetSmart. They also, if I don't know if anyone knows this, but they have an app. If you're a PetSmart Club member and you get their app, sit here on my phone.
Always do it for all, like heaters, everything is cheaper on the app.
Oh yeah, well
And
they also they incorporated a game into their app that gives you coupons.
What?
Now I don't know. It's okay. Yes, they do still have it. So if you get the PetSmart app, which is just go to PetSmart, it's called Treat Trails. So when you pull it up, it looks like the app at the bottom. You go where it says Treat Trails on the bottom there. Then you get a menu that says easy, hard, medium, and hard, and it gives you the score. You click on it, and then it's just a matching game. You gotta try and match as many symbols as you can in the amount of turns they give you. So if you get a certain number of points, they give you a coupon. I think the first one's a 15% off coupon. Then it's 20 and 25. I think it's been a while since I've done them, but they're good. You can combine them too, so you can end up getting like 50% off an item. I know one guy did it for like one of their bigger, like 120-gallon tanks, which was already on sale. He combined all the coupons and he got it for under $100.
It sounds like they're just doing that for all you guys. What are you guys called? Millennials?
Yeah, we're millennials.
Yeah, that sounds like some type of millennial thing. So that way you'll have some fun ability to cheat all of us old timers out of it because we don't know how to play games.
We're better than, what are the new guys? Got the newer kids called the Zoomers?
I don't know.
But yeah, I just somebody posted it on one of the Facebook groups a few months ago, and I was like, that's a nice little idea there for them to do it. But other than that, the app is kind of useless. It just lets you track your treat points and see sales and stuff. You can't actually buy anything off the PetSmart app, which I think is kind of stupid. I thought it would be like the Amazon app where you can scroll through it and look for stuff online. Oh, Zen's right. James is a millennial. What's the cutoff for millennials? 1996? Is that what the cutoff is, or is it 94? I've seen so many different figures for it that I have no clue.
James was born in 94?
No, the cutoff to be a millennial, I think it's either 94 or 96. James would have been born. I think James is what, 2 years older than me? Then how old is he? Zen says he was born in 86. See that? I thought he was not that old.
My brother was born in 82.
My sister was born in 81? I don't remember. All I know is she's 15 and a half years older than me, so I always make fun of her and include the half.
Oh, my sister, my whole life, always told everybody that she was 4 years older than me, and I always would say that she was 3 years older than me because she was like 3.5. And now it's just the opposite. I say she's 4 years older than me. And she's
Gotta love it.
It is.
Yeah, okay. 81 to 86 is the millennial range. That's what I've seen most commonly, Tim. But some people, I've seen some where they like go 80 to 2000, and I'm like, I don't think that's right.
What am I considered, Zen? Project X?
Well, I can't even. What was the generation from millennial? I can't remember what the one right before that was.
I think I'm the X Factor or something.
I think you might be Gen X.
Gen X. That's...
I don't remember. It seems like sometimes they don't give everyone a name. But while you're painting, I got a care package yesterday, Ed.
I want to see this sucker.
It for those that don't know, about a month ago, I decided to email a couple companies and see if they'd be willing to work with me on the channel and help me grow and me get their products and whatnot out. And Hikari actually responded to me and said they'd be willing to work with my little channel. So
So cool.
the guy was like, "What products do you use? What products do you want? What are you looking to do?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm really looking to help build the community and this and that." And I was like, "I work on community projects." 'Cause at the time we were doing Facilia and wrapping that up. And I mentioned we were doing Anabantoid. Gave him a list of stuff that I've used and stuff that I haven't. And he was like, "You know what? I'll send you out some samples of Vibrabites." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "How many do you want?" And I was like, "I don't know. I can maybe mail out like 3 or 4 in a giveaway." He's like, "Okay, I'll send you 100." So I was just assuming to get a box with 100 samples of Vibrabites in them. Well, he also threw in a little surprise. So here's the box. It's a decent sized FedEx package. Actually, no. Do this so it's a little bigger. There we go. No, we can't see the. There we go. Okay. So here are I got 2 bricks of Vibrabites.
Wow.
So I'm assuming 50 in each. Now does it say how many ounces these are? Oh, no, it does not. On the back, maybe? As you can see, I haven't actually opened anything. Come on, I wanted to see ounces. Well, anyway, they're smaller than the actual bag. I have a bigger bag here. I'll pull it out. So this is the regular Vibrabite bag size, and this is the sample size. So they are smaller, but there still should be enough for you to get a feel if your fish like it. So they
That
said
is awesome.
So those will be giving away. I'm gonna do. There's an unboxing coming tomorrow of this actual box. You guys are getting a sneak peek. Then I looked at the bottom, and there was another bag of goodies in it. And I was like, well, what is this stuff? And then I looked at some of the names, and I'm like, well, I'll be darned. Those are things that were on my wish list. So the first thing we have here is their freeze-dried Daphnia, which I wanted to try. So it comes in a regular container like the rest of their freeze-dried foods does. It's got a nice little pour spout, so you just open it up and pour. So that'll be getting opened, and I'll try it out. I'll probably try it with the Danios first, I think. But according to the sticker, there's 60% protein, or 66% protein in it. And then we have
That's awesome.
Yeah, we've got their Beta Bio Gold here. So it's their Beta food. Looks like a nice small little pellet. Probably comparable to their micro pellet that they have. And this silver thing here actually comes out, and it's a little feeder. So you dump the food, and it comes out this chamber here. So that'll be cool to try and play around with. Oh, there's the little cutting instructions there on the back. So that'll be cool to try and feed that to my fish there. I do like I only feed like 3-ish pellets, and they do say feed 3 to 10 pellets up to 3 times a day, depending on the size of your betta. They also put a little tidbit here that it can take up to 5 days for them to adjust to a new food. I think that's the first time I've seen that on a packaging. Also, hello, Bill Witt. How's it going?
Hey, Bill.
It does say it's a color-enhancing diet. I don't know. Have you ever noticed if feeding color-enhancing foods actually does anything?
No, because I've never not done it.
Oh.
It's like either when I switched, I was like, it was the omega-1.
Okay.
It was like I was feeding them normal omega-1, and it's like, wait, this is color enhancing? Well, I'll just get it.
Yeah, they don't tell you sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I've been using ever since.
So then they also sent me another package of Vibrabites because I said my fish were loving them. So that's pretty cool. So now I got 2 big ones. I will mention that I wanted to try their shrimp cuisine. So they sent me a package of shrimp food.
So nice.
Which It's gonna throw me off because all the other packets are you can sit them on the bottom. This one's just flat, so it won't actually stand up. Let's see. It's got seaweed and algae in it. Let's see. It contains veggie matter, herbivore shrimp prefer, especially seaweed and spirulina. Carefully selected ingredients adds a mix of vitamins and minerals, as well as other nutrition. The world's smallest disc type of pellet, which is small enough for shrimps of all ages. So that'll be kind of cool to try. Excited about that one because I have their crab cuisine, and the shrimp don't like that one so much, so I'm glad they have a separate shrimp one. We got the micro wafer here, which was another one I wanted to try just for, S's and G's. It's it says wafer, so it's got to be a super tiny wafer because it is a micro wafer. It's spirulina, algae, so that's cool. They've got angelfish on the front, gourami on the front, a ram, and I think that's a tetra. That'll be cool to use.
Very cool.
Looks like standard ingredients in this. Nothing too crazy in there. And then the last one, they have so many cichlid pellets to feed. And I was looking on their website. Actually, I was looking on Aquarium Co-op's website to see what they had. And I was like, well, which one would be best? And I had the Mbunas. So I went with the ones that are for the Mbunas, the one that have the fish, the herbivore food. That's what word I was looking for. So I got some cichlid sinking pellets now to give to them. So that'll be cool.
Yes.
Let's see. It contains fish matter, African cichlids crave, vibrant coloration, you'll see, hard to believe, quick devoured, highly digestible. It's a mini pellet. It feels not super mini, but it feels about the same size as the extreme beta pellet. Yeah, so that's my haul from them. So
that
look
is
out.
super awesome.
Yeah, so look out for a giveaway on the channel for some Vibra Bites because I got plenty of them to give away now. I'm going to be giving some away to our Anabantoid winners as well. When they said they were sending me so many, I was like, well, I'll give some to them.
You are awesome. I wish somebody would send me stuff for free.
That's what I said. I was just like, you know what? Because I had ran an esports company a few years back. So I was used to just randomly messaging companies asking if they would sponsor or do affiliate programs or something. So I was like, you know what? We're going to try it with the fish community too. And I love Hikari products. Most of the food I feed my fish are Hikari. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go with them. And to my surprise, they were like, yeah, we'll work with you. And I was like, that's awesome.
That is super awesome.
I didn't want to contact a company whose food my fish don't like. Otherwise, I would have contacted different companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm super excited about the betta food the most, and then these cichlid pellets the most. Because those are two I've been looking at for a while.
Dude, this is looking killer on this black.
Oh, let's pull you up full screen here. And what color did this boat start out as?
This is a black boat.
Oh, this is the black one. Okay.
But I'm going with like a bright pink highlight.
Okay. Is that just regular pink paint, or is that one of the glow-in-the-dark ones?
This is regular, but I do have a glow-in-the-dark.
Okay.
Maybe we'll throw some on there.
Now, how much detail did they put on? Is it just like a standard boat frame, or did they put like lanterns or anything on the deck?
Oh, they did quite a bit.
Okay.
Let's see. You might be able to see it pretty good with this.
Also, yes, Pug, I have noticed that my fish also don't seem to particularly like the extreme foods. Okay, well, that is nice and detailed. Okay.
But you see, you can't see any unless you highlight the colors.
Yeah. I was going to say, before you put the pink paint on, I couldn't see all the little intricate details on there.
Yeah.
Now, did they stud the sail, too?
Yep. Even the sail's been done.
That's cool.
But I think I'm going to go back to a black sail. So I might give it a pink pole, but I'm going to go with the black sail.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's pretty cool.
There's more girls that play the game in my family than boys, so I think they'll appreciate the pink.
I'm sure they will.
And it's still pretty hot, even for a boy. I think it's cool.
I mean, it's just a nice little pink accent. I'm sure someone wouldn't mind picking that up.
What? Pickaxe?
What?
I don't know what you just said.
Oh, I said I'm sure a guy wouldn't mind picking it up. He's got the nice accents there, and the sail's black. Pink and black are a nice color scheme.
Yep, Jeff Burden. He used to be a NASCAR guy. He drove a fluorescent pink and black. I think it was the '99 car. Way back in the day.
Yes, Volan, I am in my room. One of my friends is in the chat, and he likes to point out that I say words funny. Because people don't think so, but people in Connecticut do have an accent. It's like a weird mix of New York and Boston. So there are a few words that I apparently say funny.
That's strange. I'm just messing with you.
Once it was pointed out to me, I started noticing that on the news they say the stuff the same way. It's always funny when someone points something out to you, you actually start hearing it more. Or like you buy a car and you start seeing that car everywhere. You never noticed that?
Oh, yeah. Or your girlfriend gets a new car and you see that car everywhere. It's like, what's she doing in Iowa? Yeah. Totally get that.
I should wait to do this, but I'm going to open up the Daphne one. I actually want to see if it's a cube like their other stuff or if it's little pellets. Because the picture on here makes me think it's little pellets. I don't know if you might not focus on that. They almost look like, okay, it is. It looks like breadcrumbs. Does anyone else smell fish food when they first open it?
I try not to, but it kind of happens.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks like breadcrumbs in there. That's kind of cool. Not what I was expecting. Hello.
What's it taste like?
I'm not doing that. You're never late, Grumpy Mike. We're always here.
Yep.
You can't even see that. We're going to put a little in here.
What is Grumpy Mike doing today?
That's why I put some in the Danio tank that has like a Rami and Betta in it. They're already eating it, going crazy for it. That's what I like to see when I put a new food in the tank. Always good when fish attack right away.
As long as it's not you.
I don't have any piranhas. I'm safe. Hey, Fish Pappy, you're still moving? It's been a week. What are you doing?
Where did Fish Pappy move to?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I asked that, or I forgot. If you don't mind, Fish Pappy, what state did you partakely move to? That didn't sound right, but we're gonna roll with it.
Oh, the cool thing about pink is you can really tell when it's out of the paintbrush. Okay, we're going to let that dry, and then we'll put some on there in a minute. Now we got the two ugliest ones. Let's do this. We're going to make this yellow a much brighter yellow. Because, I mean, it's kind of a...
Like a beigey yellow.
Yeah, it'll be like beige. Ooh,
Hey, Alex, how's it going? Oh, yes, that is Ed's arm. Ed is currently, let's see, pimping out some model boats for his board game Tesoro of the Sea.
Let's see if I can. There it is.
There we go. He's got some drying on there.
They were just one solid color. They used to look like this. Just all boring one solid color. And so what I'm trying to do is just add some highlights. So that way it'll just be a lot cooler to look at. And then I'm going to also, there's cardboard dragons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go and buy some of those dragons for Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
And I am going to paint those. Because I think that would be fun.
He's, Indiana is where Fish Pappy moved to.
This is chocolate bar brown.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't think I like it. Comes on very strong. And then it's very watery.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So I have come to the conclusion that I cannot buy guppies anymore.
Why? You buy too many?
My water is too soft for them.
Soft?
Yes, it's too soft. So the last couple things of guppies I have gotten, they must get shocked because within a week, they slowly start to die off. And they're in tanks that are cycled and perfectly fine. And the only thing I can think of is my water comes out of the tap at 6.5. There's like nothing in it. And because my tanks are all planted, I can't just put salt in them like some people have suggested.
Right. I wouldn't put salt in them.
Just said right now, use marine salt.
Well, why don't we think about this? How about we use some crushed coral?
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Crushed shells will work too. That's what
that's what my next route was to do. So if I'm going to buy any more, I've already said, because I know the pair of kois that I got from Jesse, the female died, and then like 3 days later the male went. So I was like, hey, Jesse, sorry to let you know the fish died. I'm like, I'll try it again in a few months when I can actually put some coral or something in the tank for them.
I got a brilliant idea.
What's
and I'm going to look at you while I say this. You could order all the guppies you want and have them just shipped to my house. And I'll keep them alive for you as long as you want.
The thing is weird is the guppies I got from Thailand are fine. Those are the ones I'm breeding. The guppies I got from PetSmart are fine, so the water parameters must be close enough between here and PetSmart.
What do you keep the temperature at?
The community tank sits at 77-ish. Most of the other guppy tanks I keep around 76.
It was crazy. I always like to check the water that they come from, because it's fun.
Yep.
And my water is virtually identical to Jesse's.
Wow.
I know. I mean, exact numbers. It's crazy.
That is kind of crazy since you're so far and separated by an ocean.
Yeah, and yet, like, where did I get fish from last? Oh, Indianapolis. And it was different. Weird stuff. Oh, and Priscilla's was harder than mine.
But that was the other thing. My shrimp are fine. I can keep the shrimp fine, but the guppies don't like the water. So that's why I feed the Denali Shrimp King food, because it's got a lot of calcium in it.
I'm thinking about getting Tetracolor granules after talking to Lucas.
Yeah, I think Corey did a fish room tour of his place, right? A while ago.
Yep.
I bought the flake version of the Tetracolor after I saw that video because I couldn't find granules, and I mixed that in with the regular truck because I was already using the Tetra Tropical flake, so I just mixed it with the color.
Yep.
That's why I said I've always used Tetra Tropical flakes whenever I've had fish, and I think it's worked fine. Speak of the devil, there's Jesse HC Aqua. How's it going, my dude?
Jesse. King of the Wild Frontier. Jesse is as cool as they get.
Then that seems like a very complicated process. She said, do a tank with just salt with the babies in it and acclimate the babies with a little bit of your water with each water change.
It is crazy. Once you get your first group of fry or your first drop, those fish will love your water. They really do. And Zen is 100% right. Yeah. It's just all the stupid adults.
I think I was super lucky. The ones I got from Thai, I got 2 pairs from Thailand of the purple mosaic. The females all died when they were shipping, so I only had 2 males. And then I found, I think it was either Tennessee or Mississippi, there was a seller that had blue mosaics. So I crossed the purples with the blues, and I'm still getting a nice purple color out of them. So the water must have been close enough because I threw those in a tank with nothing in either, and they were fine. So I just put on the listing that they were bred in soft water so people know. Hey, Moonstone's here. How's it going, Moonstone?
Moonstone's cool. Moonstone, how did you get your name Moonstone? I've always wanted to ask, and I never have.
I'm writing a book called Moonstone. Haven't touched
You're writing?
So I've ever since like middle school I would like dabble in writing short stories and stuff. And then one day I just sat down and started writing a book. I just haven't touched it in a few years.
I have a lot of stories that I've just never wrote down.
Jesse would like to know what you're doing, Ed.
What you look like?
Yeah, Jesse, what's it look like?
See this boat? Look at how much nicer this side looks than this side. I'm touching up game pieces. So my kids, no, not my kids. I have no kids. I have cats. So my nieces and nephews will enjoy playing the game more. Because these were like super ugly. I mean, you can see the sail here was the color of the whole piece. I mean, come on, give me a break. That is 100 times better, isn't it? Or not?
It is.
Okay. I left me hanging there. I was like, oh.
I thought you were asking Jesse.
Oh, I can't see the chat, folks, because I mean, I can't even reach there's the monitor over there. But yeah, Jesse is as cool as he gets. Now, if you could go to one movie, what would it be?
One that's coming out or already out?
I don't know what's even out.
Or just like if I had to pick a movie to go see in theaters when it was first coming out.
Yes.
I think I would want to go see the original Star Wars film on its release date.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Because I've never gotten to see the regular movie cut of that before George Lucas started changing things. I have one of the 80s VHS copies of it, but I think he already changed stuff when that came out. So I would like to see it in its original form. What about you?
I saw that in its original form. It was pretty cool. My dad took me and my sister and I should say, to go see it. And we walked in right as Obi-Wan Kenobi is like dissolving into nothing.
Oh.
You know, when he dissolves into the Force.
Yep.
And I was like,
Everybody.
oh my God, that guy has a sword that just makes people disappear. He looks so bad. But yeah, my dad was just super early. So then we watched half the movie first. The last half first. And we watched it all the way through a second time.
All right. So Moonstone said that the name came from them needing to name their kennel for the AKC, which I'm assuming is the American Kennel Club. Their old cat's name was Moonshadow, but they thought it was too hippy-dippy, so they changed it to Moonstone.
My original cat, my cat Nico's original name was Q-Tip. Isn't that weird? But I didn't think it was too hippie. He just didn't respond to it.
Yeah, our first cat's name were Lily and Tigger.
Oh,
and then my name came from my neighbor's cat who was called Lefty because their left paw was all white.
That is so much better than what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say because its left paw was all mangled.
Oh, God, no. James has a question for you. He would like to know what kids contest you're entering this for.
James who?
I don't know. Some guy named Fish and Fever on YouTube. Never heard of him.
I am doing this so that way this game will be more fun to play when he comes over.
Okay.
Oh, man, that's really white.
What color is it supposed to be?
Oh, it says white. I thought it was antique white. I know I have antique white. Antique white is like, whoops, oh well, it's shut. Antique white is like a really, really light tan, but I thought it'd be a perfect color for sales.
All right. I thought you put brown as accent there. Wasn't sure if you're going to leave it their base color. Ooh,
these are my fancy pants paints.
Oh, okay.
These, okay, I have, that's Flash. I don't think I want. Oh, what? I've got so much paint, and I don't know where any of it is.
Oh, watch it. That's going to roll in the brown paint.
Yeah. That H is for my hair. Not my hair, but...
Moonstone would like to know what type of paints you're using.
Well, I've got all sorts. I've got apple. The good stuff, I just absolutely love this stuff. This is, I don't remember what's it called? War Machine. War Machine makes this paint.
Okay.
And it's a pretty cool paint. But I don't see...
And they're all acrylic paints, right?
Yes, they're all acrylic. Well, no, actually I have. This one is oil base.
Okay.
But I won't use it. This is Citadel paint. It's really good stuff. It's made by War Machine.
Okay.
But like I've got a bajillion of them, and for some reason I don't know where any of them are. This was all I could find quick before the spring.
All right.
Most of my stuff is I've got a room that's called I've deemed it my craft room, and it's like that's where my paper cutter is or my mat cutter. Just everything is. But it's all boxed up right now, and I don't know what anything is. The fish room, once it's done, I'm going to have like another new big closet, and I'm going to take all the boxes from the craft room, put it in that closet, and then rip it open and start stacking things real nice.
All right. Sounds cool. How is the fish room coming along? When do you think you'll be done with it?
Oh man. Well, I haven't got in there today. I'm going to finish up painting a little bit. I ran out of paint,
Oh,
so after this, I'm going to run over to Lowe's because I need to buy a piece of trim,
okay.
and I got to paint a piece of trim and stick it up there and paint the top 2 inches all along one wall
Hmm.
because I ran out of paint. And then other than that, it's really coming along good. As soon as it's done, I'm going to let Bob know because he said he wanted to be the first guy to tour it.
Oh,
Even
James
though,
might be jealous.
yeah, I may have to have James over to help me hook up the
You have them both
DSL.
film at the same time, but Bob's video comes out a minute before James's does. So he's still the first. And he ran out of paint for his fish room there, Alice. But he'll go get
I
more.
did. And so I've been also just cranking through. I've got 2 types of blue Moscows to put in there.
Okay.
I've got some blue platies to put in a 10-gallon tank. I gave a lot of my blue platies away because I was just having way too many, but I had some babies left that I didn't know.
Oh.
And so I ended up having blue platies again. It's like they came out of the woodwork.
Now, are they like a
grass.
legit blue, or are they like a...
They are the most blue platy I've ever seen.
Okay.
They're almost, too high. They're almost about this color.
Okay. That's a nice color blue.
Yeah, it's a little darker powder blue.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They are nice. I had a friend that she was having problems. She just had tetras and stuff, and I said, you know what? I'm going to give you some fish. These are called live bears, and you're going to have a bajillion babies. But you got to keep this live plant in there, and that way caused her to stop cleaning the tank all the time because she would not believe me about cleaning the tank. She would clean the tank religiously every other week.
We're talking like taking the decor out and scrubbing everything.
Yes.
Yeah, my aunt does that with hers, and my mom was doing that with her betta tank. She's got a little 2.5 with a betta in it, and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I'm pulling this stuff out to clean this algae and gunk off it. I'm like, no, put it back in the tank. That's good for the tank.
Yeah, I think I messed up by saying beneficial bacteria.
Yeah, I think when people hear the word bacteria, they think, oh no, it's bad for people. It's bad for fish too, then.
And I tried to explain, I mean, like, we've got bacteria in us that helps keep us alive. And, like, we can't eat each other's poop, but you can eat your own and not die.
I was actually just going to mention that. There's some people that they are hypochondriac so bad they get antibiotics and just take them, and they end up killing all the good bacteria in their system. So they actually have to get fecal transplants from someone that lives with them to rejuvenate the bacteria in their body.
There was a Yankee. Gosh, what was his name? Jason Giambi. Oh. Well, he used to play for Oakland as a first baseman, and then the Yankees paid him $1 bajillion to come play for them.
Of course they did.
Well, he got some type of weird virus, took some medicine, and it killed all the beneficial bacteria in his intestines, and he didn't know why he was losing weight. Everybody was saying that he was taking he stopped taking steroids.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, no, I stopped taking steroids a long time ago. It's not bad. And it turned out that his poop wasn't, or not his poop, his intestines weren't digesting his food properly.
Yep.
And he had to have a bacteria.
People hear that word bacteria, and they just assume it's a bad thing.
Yeah. This boat came out pretty darn cool. I'm sorry.
It does. I like the contrast of the brown to the more beigey sail of it.
Yeah.
All right.
And unfortunately, we can't see the real color. What I do is I take a hot glue gun and I glue all these to the caps.
Okay.
Let's see. Bam.
Well, that looks real nice.
Yeah.
Does
I mean,
anyone in chat use Aqueon food or Aqueon water chemical?
Aqueon. That's the fish tank I have. The fish tanks. Or
Okay.
Aqueon fish tanks. The dollar per sale fish tanks.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a couple Aqueon things. Like one of my beta tanks is an Aqueon, so I got some coupons here. So if anyone wants Aqueon coupons, just let me know in chat and I'll mail them to you if you're in the United States. They're good till December.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
It only costs a stamp to send a letter.
Yeah. That's super nice of you.
Well, yeah, it's a coupon. It's $2 off any 4-ounce water care chemical, or $2 off any fish food that's 2 ounces or more. So if anyone wants them, just shoot me a message on I guess Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to get in touch with me.
We're gonna go jack-o'-lantern orange on this orangey brown one.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be a mistake.
We have been going for an hour and a half already.
Holy cow, we haven't even talked about anything.
I don't know, this is the fastest the stream's gone by.
See, it's so much fun to paint and hang out at the same time. So has anybody got a Harry Potter question they got for me?
I don't know, Shai's not here to ask you one. So what do you think, Ed? Should I give away some of these Vibrabytes in chat?
Yes. Well, how many people do we have in chat right now? If
Uh,
everybody could number off 1 through 15 or whatever.
it says we have 17 people watching. I'm going to guess it's 15 because I think both of us are also included in that number.
I don't know if I'm watching anymore or not. But yes, that's a good bet.
So yeah, let's see. I'm gonna say we'll do a number between 1 and 20, and that should include everybody. So let's see, number between 1 and 20, and yeah, whoever gets closest to the number, we'll do the 2 closest people. We'll send some fish food, but make sure you're in the United States because I can't ship fish food internationally. Put the number in a thing here. I'm also Facebook message the number to Ed so there's proof of what the number is.
Oh.
I'll send it to Zen. How about that?
No, Zen deserves to have a chance to win it.
Oh, yeah, I'll just put it in. I'll message it to a random. Here we go. I'm gonna make it my Facebook status. There we go. Get a number to my Facebook status, and I'm gonna hide it so no one else can see it, so Zen can't cheat. So yeah, 2 closest people to the number I picked will get some Vibrabytes in the mail.
Can I just guess a number?
You can guess a number. Go right ahead.
Fun.
You can win it if you guess the number. What's your guess, Ed?
What are my choices?
1 to 20.
I'm going to go with number 18 for Tony Twist, the coolest enforcer in hockey's history.
All right, I wrote your number down here. Okay. Yeah, that's what they sent me these things for, to give out. I was like, well, I told them I was planning on going to fish events this year, and then they all have gotten canceled, unfortunately, or postponed.
I went to a fish event this weekend.
Oh, well, that's right. You guys went to a parking lot thingy, right?
Yeah, it was a fish swap in Indianapolis. That was so cool.
Okay.
And I had a really good time. And I bought, I don't know, I've got some things I'm pretty excited about. The the dragons are just beautiful. They look an awful lot like uh, Jesse's dragons. I ought to see if he ever sent any to anybody in Indianapolis.
Oh, well, hey Jesse, did you ever, off the top of your head, you remember mailing any of your dragons to Indianapolis? Also, Alice has a Harry Potter question for you. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
They would like to know who your favorite Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher was.
Green. Jade.
Okay.
Mongoose. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
You were kind of close with Mongoose.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's another guy's name that starts with M. And Zen says that Shy has a question for you. She said, "Who would win in a duel, Sirius or Severus?"
Is that the two ugly twins?
Um, I believe she's talking about Sirius Snape and Severus something or other, whose name I can't remember right now. Also, hopefully she's not watching.
I think they were two blonde twins that were like children at the school or something. And I think one of them died in the last episode.
Huh.
So I'll say the one that lived, because he was probably obviously smarter than.
Uh-oh. James said, "Oh my God, no," in the chat. Is that Shy on the Fish from Beaver account? Okay, I'm going to say 1 minute for your numbers here. So if you haven't got any number in 1 to 20, let me know.
You know what would have been so cool is if we would have got together beforehand and said whatever number I pick is actually the number for the thing, and I say it out loud just to see if anybody goes for it.
I think you're the only one that guessed 18 there.
It'd be really cool. So if I just gave away what we did and nobody caught it.
Let me do this right quick. So that it's zoomed in here. And it's super zoomed in. All right. Okay, I'm gonna show the screen here of what the number is. And there is the number. The number was 12. So I think that Zen had 13, so she's the first closest. And the next closest is Jessica Taylor, I think, at 14. That math's out, right? Yep. So yeah, Zen, I don't think I have your address, Zen.
Congratulations, guys.
Zen and Jessica, let me know your shipping stuffs, and I'll get those sent out.
You guys are amazing. Oh, you want me to tell you a funny story today?
Go right ahead.
So my brother on Facebook, he posts things, you post them for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to know what were the top 10 scariest movies he ever saw.
Okay.
Well, and then he says, and what's yours? Well, my mom always thinks that he's talking directly to her. So she asked me for some scary movies. And I went with, okay, well, she knew Psycho and The Birds. So she said those two.
Okay.
But then I said, okay, let's go with Friday the 13th Part 3, just because it sounds weird. The Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2. And, I just went through all these, like, slasher movies and things that my mom would never see. And then I had her in, and of course, the most terrifying one of them all was The Human Centipede.
Oh, God.
So that's what I had Mom say that she liked.
Jessica, you can shoot me a message on Instagram. My Instagram handle is exactly the same as YouTube. I'm sure Zen will post it in the chat here any second.
Jessica, where are you from? You don't have to give us your address, just your city. And if I already know, I apologize. I'm just thinking about this stuff.
Yeah, Shy, how exactly does that work? How does one create a spell? I've never understood that aspect of the Harry Potter world. Other magical communities I understand, but that one I never quite grasped.
What do you mean?
Like in other, like say Charmed, for example, you could create a spell just by putting words together. I don't know how it works in Harry Potter.
Like bubble, bubble, toiling, trouble, cold and burning, ashes, bubbling. Or other way around. Cold and bubbling, ashes.
Let's see, scary movie. I would have probably said Jeepers Creepers and the original TV miniseries of Stephen King's It. Those are like the only two scary movies that have ever made me lose sleep.
I don't know about losing sleep. One that made me think a lot was the original Paranormal Activity.
It's a good film.
I had no idea what I was getting into when I saw that. So, pretty fun.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Gosh, there's some others, but I can't think of what it is.
Select Pet. I think you're on the wrong franchise there. I don't think they had flux capacitors in Harry Potter. I know
Maybe that's.
Oh, go ahead.
Maybe a flux capacitor is one of those animals that Harry Potter keeps in that suitcase.
That's a different movie. Now, I know we mentioned KT Tropical's website earlier. I just placed another order last night. I'm getting another plushie. I'm getting the shrimp plushie they have. And I also got a couple of suction cup plants for one of my tanks because I've noticed the bed is hanging out at the top more, so I want to give him something he can lay on up there. Because right now he keeps laying on the breeder box, and I'm like, you're going to eat all the fry. Get out of there.
He's got to lay on something. Oh, I got good news.
Hey, what's your good news?
My local fish store got another alien. And
we'll buy it right now.
Well, I was setting up my tank, and then when it was sold, I stopped.
Oh.
Dude, this one's going to be neat. This one's glow-in-the-dark orange on top of the jack-o'-lantern.
Cool.
Yeah, it's going to be ugly. Cool.
Yes,
I got to paint that one. I think I'm going to go with more of a brighter white sail.
Okay.
I really like having these sails painted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm going to paint the ghost ship, but I think I'm going to paint all the rest of the sails. So, did I do the blue one yet?
I don't think so.
I feel like I did. I think I did.
Maybe I was showing the stuff in the unboxing, so I missed it.
Green. No, I did the green also. That's the jade. I'm going to leave that one alone, too. I'm just going to leave it jadey.
Yeah, that jade one looked pretty cool. So, this is the shrimp plushie. I thought it was kind of cool. I love shrimp, so I wanted.
I'm going to guess 3.
3 what?
For the number 1 through 10 to win it.
Maybe another. I actually thought about getting a couple of the beta plushies to give away, but that'll have to be once I'm back at work. And then I got a couple of these like stick-on plant things because they're cheap enough, and I Just want something on the upper part of that community tank behind me.
Do you have a T-shirt?
I did not get a T-shirt yet.
What?
Oh, they'll be there. I'll get one. Like I said, I start work in a couple weeks, so once I'm back to work, I'll go out and get myself a bubble shirt.
I think Lisa would think you're a lot cooler if you had a shirt.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I was semi holding out hope that she might send me one, but I don't have a problem buying one.
King's Gold. I'm going to drop King's Gold and white and
Alright.
see what that turns into.
Get you full screen here so we can see what it looks like.
King's Gold. And can you see my drip right there? So now let's wipe off the end of my paintbrush and swirl it in.
Righty then.
I'm thinking I might need a little more white. Well, I don't know. It's coming out pretty light.
Yeah, it's a nice little color there.
So, did you pick a game for the week?
I did pick a game of the week. It's right. It's called. Take the lid off here. It is called Ubongo.
Umbongo.
Now, it's not your typical board game. It's it's more of a puzzle game, if you would. Move my beverages out of the way. Now, there are 9 rounds altogether. So here's what the scoreboard looks like. Basically, first person, you get points depending on what order you finish. But what you're doing is, if you like Tetris, you'll like this game. So you get a mat. You get mat with a gray area here. And you roll a dice. Where's the dice? There's the dice. So you roll this dice here. And depending on what symbol it lands on, so if I got the mask one, you look for the mask symbol on the list here, and then it tells you what pieces you use. So if I got the mask, I'd have to use these 3 pieces. So I would look in my baggie. The pieces are all in bags. So you pick out your pieces. Let's see, I got a square, an L, and another L. So I would have to try and fill the board in using the pieces it tells me. So I don't know if I can do this backwards. So I'll put that piece there. We'll put this one here, I think. Nope, that's not going to do it. But yeah, you got to try and fill it in. And like I said, whoever does it fastest gets the most points. It's a nice little game. Gets you thinking. There we go. I figured it out. So you just put your pieces all in, and there you go. But it has to be inside the gray area. You can't go out of it. There's a 3-side and a 4-side. So I find the more pieces easier than the less pieces. But the other side's supposed to be easier. There is a little timer. We don't ever use the timer. We just kind of go until everyone's done. We just do a little casual. There it is. Yeah, it's a fun little thinking game. Get you going. I keep dropping pieces. Oh well, I'll pick it up after. My mom picked it up on a whim for a Christmas present for us and then my aunt's family, and we've all gotten a lot of enjoyment out of it. Oh, and the way you keep score is there's a baggie here with gemstones in it. So there's different colored gemstones that each have different point value. Jessica Taylor says they played Exploding Kittens the other night and it was fun.
Oh, I like Exploding Kittens. I think I have it right over there. And
that was your game of the week last week, right?
Don't think so. No, mine game of the week last week was cats. actually have an Exploding Kitten t-shirt that says Taco Cat.
Oh.
Did you know that you can spell Taco Cat forwards and backwards?
I did not know that.
See, now you're super smart. Yes, you do. Let me go get it.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Oh,
Can you reach it with the
ouch.
headset?
My tailbone is herniated, so I have a hard time standing. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Exploding Cats is in here. Can you guys see this?
Yeah, we can see it.
Actually, I can see Exploding Cats in here. This is made by the same company, Bears vs. Babies.
I've seen that before. Is that the 5-second rule game?
I don't know. This is the cat game. You kind of build like bears and babies.
Oh, okay.
Trying to kill each other. Oh gosh, I got a cramp in my leg now.
Uh-oh.
Gosh.
I hate those.
Okay. Exploding Kittens is so cool because when you open the box, it goes meow. It looks like a kitty little thing. Okay, it's not there. It could be in the basement.
All right.
But it could be under here. Ah. Okay, I don't know where Exploding Kittens is.
Well, that's okay.
Sorry, Jessica. I've let Jessica down again. But I promise I do have it. How did I get water? Oh, splashed all over. Oh well. Back to the game.
Is Carrie Science Girl Aquatic streaming today? Usually she goes at 6, right?
Yeah, you know, I think I saw. What did I see? You know, last week I blew it. You weren't my only stream I was supposed to be on Friday.
Uh-oh.
I was supposed to be on afterwards on Chris from Multi-Tank Addictions.
Uh-oh.
And I literally, after you got done, I jumped in my car and got 2 big acrylic tanks from my pet store guy. I met Bob.
He was your dad, right?
Yeah. My dad, Bob, and... Oh, no, maybe Bob wasn't there. I just took my dad. I met Bob the day before. Oh, it was the stand I couldn't take.
Oh, okay.
The first day, because my truck is just a little too short of a bed. Put it all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was a bummer. He said, "Where are you at?" And I said, "In Hickson." And he's like, "Okay."
That's unfortunate.
And then like 2 hours later, I was like, "Why did he ask me where I was?" And then I went, "Oh my gosh." Told him I would do a stream with him, and I forgot.
Oh, it's an honest mistake.
Yeah, I'm just a hoser. So now, you're out of school, and your other school starts in 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
So are you off during the week next week?
I should be. Why?
We ought to do another stream. Is James still here?
He hasn't talked in a couple minutes, but I'm sure he might be lurking.
Sean Peck asked me to tell him that we're invited to his house in 2 weeks, and I keep forgetting to tell him to play a game with them. But we have to make cars.
Okay.
And they have to. They're made from like Hot Wheels.
Okay.
And maybe we could get James to make one or three also, and we could just chat for a few hours if you'd want to chat. I don't know if anybody else would want to hang out with us.
Well, that's fine. If
But
you guys, yeah, just I'm
it
good
might
for
be fun.
whatever. If you guys want to have me on whenever, just let me know.
Sometimes we have Brian on before the nocturnal feeding just to hang out with him because he's so cool, and we like to talk to him. But it'd be kind of fun if you just came and hung out. You know, if we could craft and make. You could do it too.
I could.
You got a desk you're sitting at, right?
Yep.
Do you have $3?
I should.
A bottle of super glue?
I could get some.
Some cardboard?
I'm sure I have a box I can cut up.
And black spray paint?
Possibly.
Kabam, you're ready.
There's James in the chat.
Oh, hey James. Sean Peck invited us to play Car War or Grasslands, which is like Car Wars. He even bought us dice, and because he really wants us to come over and play in 2 weeks. And I said I don't know if we'll be able to because Danikin might be here, but if Danikin's not, we have to go to his house and play, which requires us to, and yes, it's a Dunder Mifflin mug. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
It requires us to make the cars. And so I was thinking maybe one day this week, or next week, rather, not this week, we could do a live stream during the middle of the day and just make them. And Brian can either like read what people are saying if anybody is saying anything. Maybe nobody will want to watch, but we'll make our cars.
I'm sure people want to watch. Hey, Cody, glad to have you.
What do you think about this blue one? You think I should dress up the sail? It looks awfully boring compared to these ones that have sails in them.
Yeah. You can get a little touch of something.
I think it needs.
James said, "Don't you realize he's TikTok famous?" Well, hopefully TikTok's not around much longer.
Oh, what? What a jerk face!
I don't understand that app. It just to me makes no sense.
I'm gonna add a little bit of glow in the dark to this video. Oh yeah, see what happens. No, probably make it so it's not glow in the dark either.
Select Pet asked if you're going to put designs on the sails like some ancient ships have.
I don't know. I don't think they're that old. I think they're only probably been made this year.
He's got a point there, Select Pet.
That's too powder blooded, dude. No, I know what you mean. The problem with designs on sails is to make them look really good, you gotta have them stretch because it's like the wind is catching in the sail. So I've got to really go into hard detail with that. And I've got some really good, like I don't know if you can see that.
Little detail brushes.
Super fine.
Yeah.
There's another real little one. But I didn't want to do that much in this stream. I was just going for the basics today and seeing what we can do.
Now, is that a plastic knife or is that like a putty thingy?
It's.
Is it a trowel?
Well, yeah, it's kind of. I guess it would be a trowel. I mean, I've got another one. You can like push like.
Oh, like the scraper things that Bob Ross uses.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like using them for mixing.
That's
and you can also peel it up real easy and push it and stuff. all my plastic little easel thingies are in boxes.
Okay.
Luckily, I found my paintbrushes.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I couldn't say where any of our craft stuff is after we moved. Been 7 years and we still haven't unpacked.
Well, I know how that is. I mean, I've lived here for almost a full year now, and I'm still living in a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
You know what?
Mhm.
I think it's a year and a half.
Wow.
This will be my third Christmas. I'm going on 2 years. Wow, time flies.
Time does fly. Benny has 16 good eggs out of the Corys. He's asking if they're clear after are they good? I've never done egg layers before, so I'm not sure, Benny.
The ones that I remember as a child, they were kind of, oh man, I think they were kind of a clear white. And then they would hatch later. But like with angels, if they're white, they've fungused up.
Okay.
And those are the no good ones.
I would
I'm sorry, I just couldn't remember.
I would say either message. I guess you could probably message Blake, Benny. I think he does a lot of egg layers. He might know. Hey, Amy, how's it going? Glad to have you here.
Hi, Amy.
Hope you're well.
Amy has an awesome dog. I think the dog's name is Sophie. It's a wiener dog, Dotson. And she adopted a cat that is blind.
Oh.
And she said they get along wonderful.
Well, that's nice.
That is. Now, Sophie used to have a whole bunch of brothers and sisters, but they all passed away like all at the same time. It was a really sad situation. I know Nathan used to tell me that story quite a bit. It was a bummer because they had a bigger dog that was sick and they were giving it meds, and he had to hide the meds to get the dog to eat it.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow the little Dotson got the bigger dog's meds.
Ooh.
And it died. I lost a cat from an overdose from meds, so I totally understand how it works.
Yeah.
It stinks.
My folks had a handicapped cat before I was born. I think it was feline Downs or something. I can't remember what it had. But its back legs didn't work too well, so they would still they would watch it outside and stuff, and I guess it was getting stronger, being able to get up a little hill we had. And this is back when we still had paper boys on bikes. So I guess the paper boy saw the cat and thought it got hit by a car. So he took it to the local animal shelter, the local humane society. And my mom's going frantic looking for this cat. She called all around the shelters. She found the one that had it. And she was like, they wouldn't let her come pick it up because it was after 6 o'clock. She's like, I'll be there in the morning. Don't touch my cat. What they do? They euthanize it.
Boy, I would be pretty mad.
Got there and she's like, where's my cat? They're like, oh, we put it down. We thought it got hit by a car. And she's like, I talked to you people last night. Why would you do that? So yeah, she has no love for the Humane Society anymore after that.
Yeah, I could see why.
But yeah, Benny, I would say message Blake or maybe even Bob Kaler might be able to help you. He's a fish guru.
Yeah, Bob knows things. Yeah, and it's just been so long since I've had Cory eggs. I mean, seriously, it's been over 35 years, showing my age.
How long was that?
35 years since I've seen Cory eggs.
Wow.
We used to see them all the time. My dad, I mean, he had several tanks of Corys.
Mm-hmm.
And they would always jump out of the tank, and he would step on them, and then they'd get stuck in the bottom of his shoe, and he'd walk upstairs, and my mom would be so mad. And I say always. I think it happened 2 times, but it's a story that we hear the rest of your life when that happens.
Speaking on stepping on fish, I have that tank of a Cinemogil Illuminata downstairs.
Yep.
I went to feed them one day. One of the fish flew out of the backside of the tank and landed on the floor. They must have gotten spooked because I walked up to the tank, and there's a little slit where you're supposed to put the hang on the back filter. It can't be more than, it's not that big. And I was like, I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, is that a fish? And I look down and I see it flopping on the floor. I had to try and pick the thing up and get it back in the tank. Luckily, I got it in the tank and it seems to be doing fine.
That's good.
Ed is painting some little boats for a game called Tesoro of the Sea. The boats were like a basic, like one color and one to shoot them up a little bit. So he's doing some painting of boats.
It's a lot of fun to add a little color to your pieces. If everything's just solid, it's just not as much fun.
Now,
if you guys ever play a board top game where you can buy like miniatures, and you play against a guy that doesn't paint his miniatures and they're just all silver, and then yours are all awesome, he'll feel like a loser, and it's wonderful.
Now, speaking of bland plastic pieces, have you painted? Do you have a copy of Risk?
Risk, the game with all the eyes and the 1s, 2s, and 3s.
Risk, the game where you conquer the Earth.
Yeah, all the plastic pieces are like Roman numerals.
Oh, the one now they have them with their little Minutemen looking figures. Or mine is Star Trek, so I have all different kinds of little Star Trek ships.
I have not seen that.
I do painted those miniatures, so they're not all one color.
Well, I have not seen them, and nope.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I will. I'm not a fan of Risk.
Yeah, it's a. I like the Star Trek one just because it's in the Star Trek universe.
I used to play Axis and Allies. That was wonderful.
I don't think I ever played that one.
Super cool. I don't like how some of my sails here, see how there's lines that are nice and black?
Mm-hmm.
And here they filled in. So let's see if I have any black wash left. I really don't. I know what to do. Add some water. Add this black here.
Why?
And I just made a wash.
Cool.
Let's see.
Okay, Moonstone has the Halo Wars and Lord of the Rings Risk. I have Halo Wars for the Xbox. I didn't know they made a Risk version.
I played Halo with an old ex-girlfriend's son
Oh.
on the video game.
I'm assuming that was like the OG Halo on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Now, we have passed over the 6 o'clock mark yet. It's been 2 hours.
Okay, so... Oh! Wrong color.
Oh, no.
So do you want to wrap this up, or...
No, Zen, are you still in the chat? I did not see a link for Science Gal's stream. So we could go a little longer if you want to finish painting your ships.
Now, she is on vacation this week.
Oh.
Or she was. She's been posting some awesome pictures from, somewhere cool. but she might be back and wanting to talk about it.
Yeah, that's why I was looking. I don't see anything on there. Oh, she is. Okay, I just refreshed. I do think she's live now. She
Okay,
is.
guys.
So
Well,
we'll wrap it up here. Thanks everybody for showing up. Thanks Zen for modding. Doing a great job there. Don't forget about Project Anabanchoid Facebook page. Just Project Anabanchoid. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week, and I'll let Ed take us out here.
yeah, thanks everybody. Let's see. I'll do this. Camera.
Oh, and don't forget to go check out Science Gal's stream.
Yes, definitely. Carrie's super cool. She's from my hometown, well, my home state, Missouri, so she's super cool just to that. But she's awesome. She's just really cool, and a lot of times her boyfriend Jesse's there, and he's a great guy. So go check her out. Probably everybody knows her here. But thanks everybody for hanging out. It was a lot of fun. Thanks Lefty/Brian. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you too. So.
Yeah, head on over there. We'll do #crafts. How's that sound?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys next week, and you can see Ed tomorrow on Saturday Night Fever Show with special guests. So tune into that for the special guests, and see you guys next week.